Tuesday on the Marilyn Denis Show, why overpraising your children could be hurting them in the long run. We find out just how much is too much and the long-term effects of overly confident children. That's Tuesday on Marilyn.
All right, this is exciting. CTV's new police drama Motive is going to debut right after the Super Bowl this Sunday. Great slot, great show. Please welcome one of the series stars, Lauren Holly. Good to see you. Doesn't she look great? Honestly.
Look at her.
Honestly, congratulations on this show.
I know, I'm very excited.
Picked up by ABC.
Pretty cool.
How cool is that? So, pretty cool. That is really cool. So I said to you this morning on the morning show, it's more of a why done it than who done it, right?
Yeah, it's a different take on that procedural crime show.
So we know. So we're going to set this up right now.
Okay.
So you tell me.
All right.
Okay.
So what you do is at the very beginning of the show, you meet the victim, and then you meet the killer, and the whole show tells you how they meet. And sometimes it's like, how could they ever cross paths?
Right, right.
So it's a very simple twist on that, but it's different.
And you play a medical examiner.
Yes, Dr. Betty.
Dr. Betty Rogers, right? Am I right about that? And you are what kind of a character? How would you describe? Because I saw you last night. I thought.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Dr. Betty, it's a nice, wholesome name, right?
Yeah.
Kind of old-fashioned.
Yeah.
She is anything but.
Yeah.
She is spicy, great sense of humor, loves her bodies. She loves live bodies, too, especially firemen, things like that. Yeah, and she's pretty awesome.
She's pretty awesome. And you were telling me the special effects people on this show are amazing.
Crazy
Because
good.
I was looking at something that you were examining last night, and I don't want to give it away. And I went, even the fake one is gross.
No, they're crazy good.
Yeah.
They had this one body that they made that I would get like 2 inches away from the leg, and I could not tell that it wasn't a real man's leg.
See.
Like every hair, everything. It's kind of amazing.
And the amazing thing about you is you did research for this role in that you went to a morgue in Vancouver.
I went to a morgue.
Tell me about that.
I was really scared to go because I didn't know how, the reaction was gonna be, and I had to get in this big elevator that could fit big gurneys,
Yes, yes.
and go down to the basement, and the doors opened, and I couldn't get off the elevator because it was blocked by dead bodies on gurneys.
How are you feeling when you did?
Well, at first I thought, okay, that's just a joke. Like someone's playing a joke. And then I realized, no, it's really true. And so I got kind of weak in the knees, that feeling. And when I got out of the elevator and I went in, there's like definitely an odor. There's definitely an odor. And you sort of have to process that. And they're so comfortable down there. They're opening doors. There's like giant freezers with bodies. Like, it's kind of crazy. But then when you start to pay attention and you get used to everything, it's fascinating.
Aren't you on the list to go and follow a crime scene?
Yes.
In
and it hasn't happened yet.
And maybe I close calls.
Close calls, yeah. I'm on this call list to follow a coroner in Vancouver. And so when she's on call and there's a crime scene, she calls me. But I've either been getting on a plane or on set. Like, our timing hasn't been good. But it's going to happen at some point.
Okay, well, we're going to see you in action right now. Motive, Lauren Holly,
Okay,
Dr.
cool.
Betty Rogers. Here we go.
No apparent defensive wounds to the hands. Victim might not have seen his attacker coming in the dark.
Or he saw his attacker and knew her.
It's a possibility.
We know he saw his attacker. She heard them fighting.
So she says.
So the two of you fighting again?
We're discussing.
Yeah, that's what my second husband called it too.
You have a time of death?
Lividity suggests he sprouted wings about 2 or 3 hours ago.
So, midnight.
Ish. I'll know for sure when I get him back to the lab.
Ish with the glasses. Ish. Who's in that scene with you?
2 fantastic people. Kristen Lehman, who's our #1, and a great girl, great actress, and so happy that she's our lead. And Louis Ferrara, who you guys,
we've seen him a
done
lot,
so much, and he is just a wonderful guy.
It's a great cast, for sure. And I've only seen the first show, and I'm thinking this is so unique. But this is not your first show. Your resume, Missy. NCIS, how about that? You were excellent in NCIS. You were 3 seasons, right? With that show?
Yeah.
Did you love doing
Director
that show?
Jenny Shepard.
Yes. Did you love that? Every character is so different.
I should have been, Gibbs's girlfriend, but whatever.
Yeah. So close, so close. And then that was for 3 seasons. And then also a surgeon. You played a plastic surgeon on Chicago Hope. How long were you on that show for?
1 season.
Yeah.
I joined there last season. Dr. Jeremy, I think my name.
Dr. Jeremy, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Dr. Jeremy, congratulations. And then you played the deputy sheriff in Picket Fences, which I used to watch all the time. I love that show.
Love that show.
So you're not new to any medical dramas because Chicago Hope was in there, yeah?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But the people I worked on that show were supposed to be alive.
Yeah, that's
Or
right.
hopefully, and stayed that way.
So tell me about working on a TV series. I mean, early hours. Well, how does it work? For
Well, yeah.
us that
I
don't
mean,
know?
this is kind of. It's long days and all of that, and
Yes.
it's and I'm an odd one because I commute from Toronto.
She lives in Toronto.
I fly every week to Vancouver to do my scenes. And I wanted to do that because I have 3 little boys and wanted to kind of keep them, you know, in their schedule here and not be gone too
There
long.
they are, right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
What are their names? You want to?
Yes, we have George on the left, Henry, my youngest, and Azar, my oldest, on the right.
They're so cute. Congratulations on a beautiful
Yeah.
family. So you're flying back and forth all the time, yeah?
Yeah, I fly back and forth, and now I'm at the point I've flown so much that I even get hugs sometimes from Air Canada flight attendants.
Because they know you so much, they love you so much. So you're
And they never change the meal.
Now, are you officially a Canadian citizen now?
Well, I am a permanent resident.
All right.
Which is like even better, I think, in some ways in my industry because I pay taxes here. I'm
Yes,
I'm full on here. I'm not a Canadian citizen in the U.S. or whatever. I'm Canadian.
But you've got family in New York, right?
Yes, in upstate New York,
So
where I
that's
grew up.
perfect.
So that's why I moved here because I wanted my boys. I didn't think LA was the place for them, and I wanted to work in this business and be in a big city, in a vibrant city that they would like to grow up
Yeah.
in. So I picked Toronto, and it's a 2-hour drive to my family in upstate New York.
That's perfect.
So I love it.
We have to give a shout out to your husband too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just
A
say
shout
hi.
out.
Just say hi. Hi. Okay, we don't have to do that. We found this picture that you tweeted about your bunkie here in Canada. Tell me about your bunkie.
Oh yeah. Everyone was like, "Where do you live in Canada?" I said, "There's my house." Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, that is good.
My dear, dear best friend, her aunt has a place up in the, by Blue Mountain.
Oh,
and that's her
it's
little
your little
bunkie house. And I
bunkie.
just love it.
Oh, that's so great. Well, Lauren, I'm telling you, I really love the show. I think it's going to be so great.
I hope so. I hope you all watch. It's
Yeah,
great.
we will. It's right after the Super Bowl, the premiere of Motive.
And then
this Sunday
Sundays
night.
at 9.
And then Sundays at 9, right after Super Bowl, and then Sundays at 8. Lauren Hawley, everybody, Motive, don't forget. Thanks for being with us. Good job.
Guests of the Marilyn Denis Show stay at the Intercontinental Toronto Centre Hotel in downtown Toronto.